Stayed because, of course, I didn't want to fail.
Johnny Depp is explaining why he stayed in his marriage to Amber Heard, despite alleged abuse. The 58-year-old took the stand again on Wednesday to continue his witness testimony for his $50 million defamation trial against his ex-wife, claiming that during their marriage, the actress would, quote, strike out at him in her, quote, frustration and her rage.
Heard in her frustration and in her rage and her anger, she would strike out. She would. It could begin with a slap. It could begin with a shove. It could begin with, throwing a TV remote at my head. It could be throwing a glass of wine in my face. But all in all, it was just it was a constant.
Depp's lawyer then asked why didn't he leave Heard at the time of the alleged abuse, to which Depp said that it was a, quote, complicated answer.
Stayed because, of course, I didn't want to fail. I didn't want to hurt anyone, especially Miss Heard. I didn't want to break her heart. I remember very well that when my father left and my mother, Betty Sue, had that first attempt at suicide that I woke up to, and that visual in my head, and that was a direct result of my father's leaving.
Both Depp and his sister have testified that their late mother was abusive to them and their father, which they said ultimately caused their father to leave unannounced one day. Depp is suing Heard over a 2018 op-ed she wrote for the Washington Post, alleging she was a victim of domestic abuse. The article did not mention Depp by name, but he believes it was clear that she was referring to him since she requested a temporary domestic violence restraining order shortly after the two began their divorce proceedings in 2016. Depp's legal team also has argued that Heard painted herself as the innocent victim of abuse in the 2018 article in order to advance her career, but alleged that Heard's claims of domestic abuse are false accusations. But during opening statements last week, Heard's attorney said evidence will show she suffered domestic abuse by Depp during their 2015 to 2017 marriage that, quote, took many forms. The trial began last week and is expected to last several more weeks.